Welcome to Bad at Board Games. And I'm not going to let him like redo it and cut or anything. I want you to see that.
I was not ready for that, y'all.
My name is Brad Blake.
And I'm terrified. I'm Topher Ferguson.
We're bad at board games, so you don't have to be.
Oh,
It's the little things in life that bring me joy.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you.
Today, we're continuing our top 100 games of all time. And if you can't figure it out, we've been sitting here for a few hours doing these, banging them out and getting a little slap happy along the way. So good luck in enjoying this version. But we are going to go from 60 to 51.
Yes. I love these. I really do enjoy these.
Fun.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
You are going to kick it off with number 60.
number 60. Yes. My number 60 is a fantastic worker placement game.
Oh, now we're into the worker placement. So 1 through 60 for Toph will be worker placement. The rest of you can tune out now.
I might like a worker placement 1 or 2 games. This one here is awesome. I love it. It's lightweight. The expansion, Scoundrels of Skullport, definitely worth the investment with it. I love it. I love it. Getting into that D&D theme, playing out some quests. We've enjoyed it as a gaming group. It's good times. I love it. So that's my number 60.
Nice. Very well done. My number 60, Toph has. He did not bring the lid because it's my fault.
I did not know. Somebody didn't tell me what games are on his list.
Like I said, it's my fault. But it Race for the Galaxy.
Yes.
It's a good game. I really, what can I say? They have all kinds of Race for the Galaxy versions now, Roll for the Galaxy and blah, blah, blah. But been around for a while. It's a good game. I like it. I think it's a solid, it'll probably be in my top 100 for quite a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
That's about all I can say about it.
Yeah, excellent. Well, that and you won. But
That helps too.
Guess we don't have to talk about that.
That's right. Like I said, when he loses, they're higher on his list.
They are actually. It's shocking that this is happening.
It's unbelievable.
I guess that's why we're bad at board games.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, I lost at this every time I've
when
played it. And look, it's my top 10.
When I win all the time, it's in my top 10.
When I win all the time, it's not in my top 10, apparently. Oh, let's just move on, shall we?
Move on.
This is not the game that I'm about to talk about. I don't own the game that we're about to talk about.
Oh,
So,
that's right. I gave it away.
Yes.
It was one of our first
It was a giveaway. And I had not played it at that point. So I didn't know much about it other than how highly rated it was and how many times I've seen it in videos and all that kind of stuff. Finally had a chance to be able to play it. I've now had several playthroughs of the game and I love it. I'm probably going to start buying it at some point for my collection. But that is Dominion. And if you've played it, you know why it's such a good game. It's just a fun little easy deck builder. But it's all the randomness and what's going to come out is what's so good with it. It's the setup that changes the game. And fortunately, one of the guys in our gaming group has everything for it. So it's always going to be a different game. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. Dominion. Pick it up if you haven't played it yet.
The next one weighs too much. I'm not getting it out. I've actually smashed my finger on camera when I've got it out before. The heaviest game I have.
Do you want to go get it?
No.
It's up there.
No, I don't.
I know what it is now that you're talking
It's
about
wrapped
it.
in plastic when I moved, and it probably never will come unwrapped from plastic. It's Gloomhaven.
It's unwrapped. No, it's still wrapped.
It's wrapped.
It's still wrapped.
It's wrapped in shrink wrap and all the wooden token, whatever.
Broken token
thing in it, and it weighs
a ton.
Weighs a lot. I don't know if I'll ever get back out, but I like it. It's D&D, a board game. Mm-hmm. Honestly, and if you can't get a D&D group together, get Gloomhaven and play it.
I'm about to steal it and take it to my house to set it up on my table and play through it. Just that way I can leave it set up. And
I bought a table. I almost bought a gaming table, but I was like, no, I'll just buy a regular dining room table. Way cheaper. When we were playing it, just leave it set out for me and my sons. That was all that was on the table for months.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I might just put it in my bag. Take it home.
Yeah,
it's for a little while, just to play through.
Enjoy the hernia.
The hernia. I know. Now that like Frosthaven's out and everything else, it's like even more. I'm like, oh, I want to go steal that game.
Well, and there's no I will never get Frosthaven because I've never finished that.
Yeah,
I'll get other games, but I don't need it. There's some people
until
have gone
you
through
finish
Gloomhaven and played it twice. I know some YouTubers that have done that, but like I haven't. So I don't need the harder or different version of it because I got the main one sitting there unplayed. No, not unplayed, unfinished.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have played some of it. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Excellent.
I enjoy unlocking the different characters.
Yeah, he likes opening boxes.
I like the surprise.
Excellent. Shall we move on to 58?
Yes. Talk too long.
Now I can go ahead and grab the game box. This is a fantastic game.
I love this game.
We've had so much fun as a gaming group playing this. Nemesis is just chaos. It's kind of all it is, and especially made better when one of your gaming group members wants to do nothing but jettison somebody out of an airlock. Alex, yeah. It's a story. It's a movie that you are playing through.
You have a great story to tell after you play this game, whether you live or die or whatever, you know. Yeah. Or if you're the one that leaves early and is like, "Hey, I'm done. Peace out." 30 minutes into the game, I'm going to sit here and watch the rest of you die.
That happened to me this last game.
You tried.
I tried. I thought I was going to be able to win, and then
I was going to be all sneaky and be the traitor.
Yeah, and then I was kicked off pretty early on, so you are the weakest link. Goodbye, Toph. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun, y'all. It really is. Miniatures are awesome, and Brad has painted them, which makes them even better. So if you like Alien, I don't know if we can say that name with this, but if you like Alien, you're going to like
Alien
Nemesis.
in a box.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the next one is one of two deck builders that we've covered, and I like the other deck builder better than this one, but this one's still great. Where is it? And that's Clank. Clank is a solid game, and this is a nice intro game to people and a gateway game, and my wife will play this with me. It's just it's a nice, you know, it's not, but it's not, you know, it's a 2 weight.
Something. Yeah, it's medium weight.
But, well, I don't even consider 2 medium. 3 is medium.
Well, that's true.
So this is less than medium. This is light, and it's still fun. You know, like, yes, I want heavier games, but this is just nice and easy to get to people to play.
Yeah, so, it's well done.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to play the Legacy version of it.
Yeah, I would too. See. Yeah. Legacy games are fun, but I like it. That's all I have to say about that.
Excellent. On to 57. My number 57, fitting with the 7, is 7 Wonders. I enjoy this game a lot. I really do. I like building out the engines in whatever game it is that I'm playing. I like an engine builder. This one, I just enjoy the pace, how it moves. I enjoy how you have to sometimes buy things off of neighbors, and how, you know, I just enjoy all the different parts of it. I like playing to the end game a lot. It's good, and it plays at a high player count, which is always good as well to be able to have that game. I think this 7. This goes up to 7. That's a high player count for a game. It's good. I've enjoyed it. I don't enjoy it at 2. I don't think this plays well at all at 2. This version of it, but 4 players, even 3 is okay. It's a lot of fun. So.
Been around for a long time.
It has been. Yeah, and they have a new version out, and it's all like gold and sparkly and stuff like that. Oh yeah. We don't own that, but we do both own this. So yeah.
Good game. My next one is a Take That game that I love the artwork, and didn't pass when it first came out, and then more I learned about it, and then found out it was Take That. I was like, okay, I got to pick this up.
What is this?
Make sure I got it right. Cosmic Frog. I don't think you were here when we played this either. Downside of this is it can go a little long. I think I'd like to see it move a little bit faster. But this is a fun game, and I love the artwork. It took me a while to warm up to this, but after you kind of do, then it's like, wow, this is stunning. This is really interesting, and you know, giant frogs that are eating planets. You know, it's quirky and it's fun.
I need to play it at some point. I do.
So, yeah, this was the one where I was like, okay, well, I needed to get Aisha and Alex and both my boys, and you know, all the Take That people playing one game. This is one I want to try.
He warned me. He was like, "You're probably not going to like it," but I do want to play it. So, one of these days I will.
That's my number 57.
Number 56 for me, unfortunately, was a bit of a letdown, and that is because I bought into the hype. And as you say, Brad, it is a game that has its fame and success thanks to not just social media, but the one and very own man himself, the legend, Tom Vassell. I bought into...
It's better than Terraforming Mars.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Everybody was saying this is a Terraforming Mars killer, and I love Terraforming Mars, and it's not a Terraforming Mars killer at all. I'm glad it's in my collection. I was disappointed, but I do see how good of a game this actually is. I'm not going to take it out of my collection, but it's definitely not replacing Terraforming Mars at all for me. So it made my top 40 last year. It has dropped this year. I want to solo this I think I've soloed it once.
Was this in your list? No, you got this after our list last year.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was in some kind of a list that we did.
I'm sure it was in a list we did, but last year at this time, this was not out.
Okay.
At least not for us. Not for the human people.
Yeah, not for us. It was in some list that we did at some point. Yeah. And I don't know. It's good. I think had I not bought into it's a Terraforming Mars killer, this would be high on my list.
Yeah.
But it's not a Terraforming Mars killer. I'm sorry. It's a good game. It's beautiful. The artwork is great. Like the photos, all the animals, that kind of stuff is well, I mean, it's not drawn. It's photos. They look cool. If you like animals, you're going to like it. Yeah. Polyomino is fun.
So I watched the Dice Tower this last week, and I think Tom Vassell loves zoos. And so he got a Euro game that was all about a zoo. And so that's one of the reasons it's so high on his list. Like they were talking about something else. I'm like, oh, I thought you would like this because upcoming games in 2023 because of the zoo. And I'm like, that's why. Like it zeroed in on, it was the absolute theme. And then it had good gameplay on top of it. That's why it really, in my opinion, I don't think it's probably subconsciously, he doesn't even realize it. But like if you like zoos, and that's your like I like space. Space is probably going to zoom to the top of my list for things that are space. I didn't realize that I know he likes space as well, but I didn't realize he liked zoos like it was one of his things.
But, it's not just him.
So it was interesting.
It's so many channels talked about it being like their favorite game. Now, did they do that because Tom Vassell liked it? Maybe, or maybe they really do.
I still think once he said it, then it went viral.
Yeah.
And then before that, it would have been like, yes, this is a good game. Mm-hmm. It is a good game.
It is a good game. But it, unfortunately, anytime I am trying to decide what games I want to play, it always gets
knocked off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, but there we go. That was my number 56.
So my 56, I died early on and didn't get to play most of it.
Well, you are bad at board games.
This one doesn't, I don't think, had anything to do with me being bad at board games, but it was Shadows over Camelot.
Fantastic game.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I died early. I was trying to help people out, and then I'm like, there was no way for me to get health back. And I was like,
he was knocked out like right away. We kept playing, and then Aisha got knocked out.
Probably 30 minutes in.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I sat there and sleeved a bunch of Marvel champions.
He and Aisha, they were passing like cards across the game board.
I sleeved like over 1,000 cards while they were playing the game, and I still liked it. It's a good game. Like I can say that. So player elimination, I died early, and it's still this high on my list. And don't even try. You can't get this. This game costs way too much to go buy. Don't get it on eBay or anything. Yeah. We don't own it. Derek owns it. And so I get to play it.
Yeah. I think this is the telling of a good game. I don't like player elimination myself either. But like Nemesis, I got knocked out pretty early on, and I enjoyed sitting there while everybody else was playing, ragging with each other. You got knocked out pretty easily.
You made it over halfway, though.
That's true.
I didn't even make it halfway.
But you didn't leave. No. You sat there and you were ragging on everybody else. You kept calling me out as a traitor, which I was. German just out of nowhere,
he was a traitor as well.
Goodness gracious, and
he did a good poker face.
He did. I did not. Everybody called me out, but you kept in it with us, even though you were sitting there sleeving cards. You were engaged, and that's telling of a good game when you're kicked out and you still want to sit at the table for quite a while.
Yeah, there's games I don't get kicked out of, and I'm like, I wish I did. That's my number 56.
Excellent. My 55 is a universe that I adore greatly. This is Eldritch Horror. Not as good, I don't think, as Arkham Horror 2nd Edition, but fantastic. And I have pretty much played this solo more than with people. We need to bring this to the table. I want to play Arkham Horror at some point. They're a little bit on the longer side. My understanding is this came out as a way to make 2nd Edition Arkham Horror less fiddly and a little bit lower of a time commitment. It didn't really lower the time commitment very much, but it definitely did take some of the fiddliness out of it. It's a great game. If you like Lovecraftian horror, you like that theme, this expands over the entire world, so you are doing all kinds of things around the globe. So fun game. You battle some terrible beasts. You try to kind of like complete objectives as you go throughout the game. You definitely want to work on building up your players. It's got all different kinds of themes and mechanics in it, and it's a lot of fun especially if you like Lovecraftian horror theme. So
there you go.
Eldritch. Good old Eldritch horror.
So my number 55, we don't get to play it that much, and so it's kind of one of those, like, I've actually thought about calling it, but I like the game. I like playing it. So I'm not going to get rid of it. But it's Dinosaur World. You know, I never got into the hype of Dinosaur Island. When this one came out, I think I was more hyped about this than other people. And I think it's because to me, this embodied the dinosaur Jurassic Park more than other things, you know, because you have the Jeep and you're going through it. And to me, when I'm playing this game, I kind of envision that and stuff. And so that's why I like it. So this was one of the first videos I did as well. You want to see how bad they were? Back then? Way back.
The dinosaur dance. I want to see it again.
Oh, yeah. I had the dinosaur dance. I had the inflatable dinosaur outfit. Check that one out.
That was when we were filming in your dining room in the old house with my terrible lighting, not your lighting, on iPhones. On a cell phone. The good old days.
Yep. So you'll enjoy this much better than that. But so number 55, Dinosaur World. I like it.
Have missed every time that we have played it.
Yeah. Yes, you have.
I need to play it. I want to play it so bad, but it's a huge table presence. Setup is big, isn't it?
It's not long to set up. It's big.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes up it's a table hog, but honestly, there's tiles on like 5 times as long than that. So, yep.
Excellent. So on to 54. My 54 is a roll and write, and I enjoy this a lot. I struggle to know if I like it because I like Stonemaier games and the different games that he has, or if I like it because the game itself and the mechanics of the game itself. Roll and write, but you are playing pretty much an adaptation of all of Stonemeier's games, and now new expansions that they're putting out is other games as well. Like I have a Terra Mystica one, and there's some others as well. I think this is a lot of fun. It also has chunky dice that you play with, which is kind of cool. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. It plays well solo as well. The solo gameplay, I think, is fun because they've made it into a golf game. So you've got 18 holes of golf, and you're playing through with specific objectives that you got to do within those different games. So fun. We haven't brought it out to the table for a while. It's not the quickest roll and write.
Yeah.
So
it did not make my list.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
When we've played it, I think you've kind of enjoyed it. At least it seems like you have, but it's not like you want to play it.
Yeah.
This is not Welcome To. It's not
I'm not against
Wall.
it.
It's
but yeah, I don't know. I want more chaining. I don't know what it is.
There's
I just
not
don't
a lot
get
of
the
chaining.
feeling.
Yeah, not a lot of chaining in this game. This is more about the different Stonemaier games and kind of playing through them. And this came out during the pandemic. I thought it was kind of an interesting way. It was free when he came out with it during the pandemic. People played it on Zoom.
Print and play,
and then,
right?
Print and play, and then ended up actually putting the game out. But when I said I struggle with, do I like this because I like Stonemeier's games or the game itself, you're not overly thrilled with Stonemeier's games.
I think they're decent, but I'm not like a fanboy.
Whereas I'm a champion.
Yeah.
So So I wonder if maybe that had something to do with it as well.
Like we've said before, theme matters. It really does.
Yep.
So the next one, it's a great game. I am surprised it's this high, but every complicated game can't be the top 10, right? I like this designer. He's one of my favorite designers, and this is a good implementation of his skills. It's Vito Lacerda's The Gallerist. So one of his, and we will play all of them. We will probably own all of them, between the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked the game. I enjoyed how I played the game. I didn't win. I think but I felt like I did well.
Yeah, I think Ashby won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
surprising.
but I enjoyed it. It's a good. It's probably one of his easier games, which is not a bad thing because none of his games are easy.
Yeah, I would not say it's a lightweight game, but it's definitely not Lisboa.
Yeah, it's one of, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
The Gallerist. It is my number 54.
Yeah, kind of a chill game. I like it. My 53 is a solo only game that I have never won.
You've never won it?
I've never won it. That's Friday, and I keep playing it, and I keep losing. It's awful.
You might want to look up what the trick is, because people were talking about in your video that like once you understand the trick,
yeah.
then
See,
it's
I
easy
think
to
I
win.
understand that trick, and I still don't win.
Aw.
I know. It's a lot of fun. It's even losing. It's a lot of fun. It's a thinker puzzle game. But I did a playthrough. I lost. I have come close to winning sometimes, but I've never actually won. We were just talking about this last week in our gaming group because Alex bought it, and he was talking about it, and he's like, have you won? I was like, yeah, I think I've won one maybe. And I went back and I looked, and I don't log all of my solo plays, but if I would have won this, I definitely would have logged it. Nope, no wins.
Not that time.
No wins.
All righty. So, the next one is, I think, one of the most beautiful games that I've got. It is a bit fiddly. My son really likes it. I enjoy it. It's just, and you haven't had a chance to play it yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what it is.
Batoku. So it's just, I can't, I don't know if I could sit here and recommend it to you. I like it, and I think this is going to be one you either like or you don't like. It is fiddly to put out. There's a lot going on as far as a lot of different tokens, and so the setup takes a little while. But I like the theme. I like the art. I like some of the dice mechanics that are in with it. And I like dice mechanic games, but and it's not a random roll kind of a thing. But
this was one of your Gen Con games that you couldn't actually pick up at Gen Con, so you came home and bought it online, or?
We had a person in our group that was going to PAX, and I found out they were going to sell it at PAX, and I'm like, hey, I'll give you money. Here's the booth. Go get it. And then he ghosted us, never came back to our game group, even after he had said, hey, if you want anything at PAX, let me know.
That's right. But, right. I was thinking it was Gen Con, but yeah.
Yeah. So then I found it in Washington State somewhere and had a little dent in it. I didn't care. I paid overpriced for this.
I'm glad it's on your list. So I haven't played it yet, but I have said, I want to play it. And you've never kind of reciprocated the energy of, yeah, sure, let's play it. So I was afraid that you just did not like it at all.
No, I like it. And you can see where it's at. It's just, I think the setup and there's just some things that make it difficult to pull out. But I like it. And I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Everybody that's talked about it, which honestly, I've not found a lot of people who have talked about it, but those that have, that's one of the first words they say. It's beautiful. Yeah.
So, and fiddly.
There's a lot to it. I haven't played it, and I know that.
And I know
the setup.
And it's probably going down on my list. I think it's probably, I think it's going to be going
closer to the 100.
Going to continue to move up. That would be how I would explain Batoku.
Okay. Okay. I still want to play it. So we're playing. 52. We got 4 more games to talk about. 52 is a great game that, again, I was the trader in the last time we played it. This is Dead of Winter, zombie game. So if you're a fan of zombies, this is it. We've had fun in any group I've been in, especially groups that like horror. I like the Crossroads card aspect of it, where there's always a story that is driven by these cards and what you're going to do in it. It's better at higher player counts than at lower player counts. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It can get chaotic, and if you're the trader, which play with the trader mechanic, if you're the trader, it's still a lot of fun, and especially if you get exiled, you can exile anybody in this game. They don't have to be a trader. It can get interesting at the table for people to banter a lot.
Yeah, it's fun. If you haven't played it, it's definitely one to try out.
Yeah,
but in a bigger group.
Yeah, definitely Ameritrash. Definitely not Euro. It is just battling zombies and killing things like babies and like starving people and crossroad cards that are just, how did that make it into a family game? Maybe it's not a family game. I don't know.
This next one, I almost table flipped. I've never gotten so close.
Or not categories. Scrabble.
No, well, this is on my top 100. And this was a game I said I would never buy, and then a week later I bought.
So I was joking with those cards. What game? Oh, I haven't played it yet.
So this is I think, so as I was saying, the other game, Batoku, I think is going to be slowly creeping up. I think the more I play it, I think this could be creeping down.
When you say up and down.
So I think this will go closer to 1.
Okay.
It'll never be 1. And then Batoku is going to go closer to 100. Okay. Like it's, but the more I play this, I appreciate it for what it is, and I can see why the people who love this game love it. My son made me very mad at this, and so that was the one thing. I will not trust my son anymore when it comes to this game. But it's interesting. It's just different. I think that's what I appreciate and like about playing it, is it's so unique. There's not another game that I've ever played that's anything like this. There's just not. And so I like it for that reason. And I was like, I expected to hate this game. And after I showed it to my son, and he's real into the art, and he loved all the political conflict of it and things like that. And it was really interesting. Really, really interesting. So that's what I can say.
Interesting. Leader Games does some great work.
They do. They make some really neat games.
Okay, last two. Here we go. My number 51 is Space Base. You introduced this to me, and we played it a lot in our game.
Every time somebody new was coming in and trying to figure out if they were gamers or not gamers, this was where we started.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's got what Brad really likes about it. You are always playing. So even on other players' turns, you may have residual effects that you are taking. This, for me, replaced Machikoro for quite a while. I like Machikoro. I like the mechanics of it. It's a very similar game, mechanic-wise, but this replaced it, and I think I've overplayed this now, whereas Machikoro I kind of want to bring back out to the table again to play it. But I liked it enough to pick it up for myself. I've played it with my family. I've played it with other friends. I've had other friends actually buy a copy for themselves to play with their friends and family.
A lot of people that have played this have bought their own copy.
Yeah.
Like that's where it's at. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun game. If you've not played it yet, it's, just upgrading and, getting the most scores. I like to build up my engine of income. I think that's, for me, some of the more interesting aspects. And I've gotten to where I try to play the not usual, not the obvious, card draw with the cards that you are buying, just to try out new mechanics and try out new ways of, maybe not mechanics, but new ways of trying to get points. But I enjoy it. It's a fun game.
I think it's a really good game. You will probably see it on my list.
I'm sure we will. So that was 51. What's your 51, Brad?
My 51, and this will definitely be, if I get to play it more and get to play the expansions, and Toph's really into this will move up.
Terraforming Mars?
No.
Oh.
Arkham Horror. This is a great game. This is absolutely a great game. It would be higher. I've played Marvel Champions a lot more. And if I was able to pull this out and play this more, this would be higher on my list. I guarantee it. But I've played this box out, and if I bought the expansions and played it more often, it would be higher. This is my number 51, so right in the middle.
You might see it on my list.
You might, yeah.
You might.
I guarantee it.
You might. You know what you won't see on my list? Marvel Champions.
No, you still haven't played it.
I have not. No, you taught me a little bit, but that was about it. So I need to play it. But yeah. I don't know.
Arkham is better. Arkham is still harder to table. And I like them for different reasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been blinging mine out completely.
And he helped me bling out Marvel Champions, which was awesome. So,
Very cool. Excellent. Well, that is ending the bottom half of our top 50 games of all times as of January 2023. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and turn on that bell notification so you can see the exciting top 50 games that Brad and I have as of where we are right now. So thank you so much for watching. We'd love to know more of your thoughts. So comment down below. What games did you enjoy that we had? Have you played them? Is there something else you would recommend out of our list, having seen now our top 51 to 100 games? What is it that you recommend for Brad and I to play?
Team Brad.
Team Toph all the way is definitely
my
better.
lists are better.
Yeah, comment down below Team Toph because
Brad.
my games definitely
continue to say Brad
are where it needs to be. But anyways.
Just remember, no matter how you play, whether you're playing solo, with family, or friends,
enjoy whatever games that are on Toph's list that you are bringing to the table.
That Brad's are better. Have a great night.
Bye.